Hey! Hello, my little crafty monsters. How's everybody doing today? I hope everybody is fabulous. So, in today's fabulous tutorial, we are going to be making this cute little vase. And I'm going to hold it in a box because it's still drying. But it's the letters love. It has little glitter and little artificial flowers. It's not real flowers. But anyways, I'm going to show you guys how I painted it, put it together, and just how we did this little project. And this is just like a little decor for you to put in your little home or whatever, or to have ready for in case your little boo-boo is going to give you some flowers. Have the vase ready and everything. Like you be expecting flowers, right? So, it's really easy to put this little bad boy. It's like a 1, 2, 3 kind of deal. And boo-boo, you got a cute little centerpiece on a little coffee table or something. So, without wasting any more time, because I know you want to get down to business, boo-boos, let's get crafting, and I will see you in a bit. Hola, hola, my little crafty monsters. So, in this fabulous tutorial, we are going to be using some items that we purchased from the Dollar Tree. First of all, we went and got these artificial flowers, the pink, the red, and the white, sorry. This vase also was from the Dollar Tree, and this is where we're going to be putting in our artificial flowers. Now, if you're going to use real flowers, this is perfect for that too. We're also going to use some glitter, some paint, some painter's tape, and also some Mod Podge. And these fabulous love plaques that we purchased also from the Dollar Tree. So I went ahead and I took off some of the hardware from 3 of these signs. So all we're going to do now is just take off these little tags that come with these little signs, because we are going to be painting these little bad boys completely white. And so these are already done. But right here, I'm going to show you how I was removing the hardware from the back of these plaques. So all you need is a little screwdriver and just unscrew the little hardware from the back. Now you can toss these into the trash if you would like, or you can go ahead and save these like Jesse's saving them for future projects, because you definitely could use these again. Also those twines, the twine, I'm also saving the twine because you know me, I'm a hoarder for everything. But the good thing about it is that I end up using everything that I hoard. So these little twines, trust me, you're going to see them on a Valentine card. We're almost done with our Valentine videos, guys. We are almost done. Stay tuned for the grand finale. The grand finale is going to be this beautiful, beautiful flower. It's a dozen roses. It's a flower box. It's freaking gorgeous. You guys are going to love it. So once you guys see that video, you know that that's the grand finale of the whole entire Valentine series. So go ahead and get your paper or your plastic. This is my handy dandy little painting plastic. It was just a trash bag that I opened up and I folded, and I use this to paint on everything. So right here, all we're going to do is we're going to just go ahead and get our 4 little love plaques. And then we are going to get whatever color paint that you guys want to paint them. Now, this is the part where you guys could get creative. I did pull out some gloves, but I didn't end up using the gloves. So go ahead and discard that. But for this project, we're going to go ahead and paint the whole entire plaque white, the back and the front and the sides. But you could get creative. You could like paint the front white and maybe the edges all black or all pink or all red, and maybe the inside you could paint it like a total different color. I mean, you could get really, really creative. However, This is going to go into my formal living room, and my formal living room is like a navy blue, silver, white, and a gray. So we're going to go ahead and keep these little bad boys completely white and silver. Excuse me. So all we're doing is we're going ahead and we're painting the first coat. Now you don't want to saturate this a little too much because I don't know what type of material this is. It actually feels like a really, really thick chipboard, but I don't know what type of material this is, and I don't know if it's going to work like chipboard or like cardboard where it's going to actually absorb a lot of the paint. So just go ahead and do a light coat to where you're basically covering all of the little nooks and crannies on these love plaques. And then we're going to go ahead and come back and we're going to hit it with another 2 to 3 coats of white, depending on how bright and vibrant you want these paints to be. You could also just do it like a light coat and maybe a second coat like really light if you want to give it that like kind of distressed wood look, because I did notice that as I did the second coat, you can still see some of the inside, and the white is kind of a little bit translucent, so it a little bit, not too much. You could still see the brown in the back. However, I also was looking that it kind of also made it look almost like that distressed kind of white wood look. So I mean, if you're going for that, this would be really perfect for that too. I mean, I thought it was cute both ways. However, right here, we will be hitting this with 3 coats, and I believe I even hit it with a 4th light coat. And this was just because I was trying to get these as white as possible as I possibly can. Now, I'm not going to do this extremely perfect because this is a seasonal decoration. So it's only going to be out for a few more weeks, and then it's going to probably go into a Valentine tote and into the garage. Until next year. So go ahead and paint your little plaques. Like I said, you could paint them whatever color you want. I've seen some Pinterest pictures where people made these into like into a candle holder. Some made these into a few little flower vases like I did and stuff like that. And so I actually wanted a little flower vase because I said to myself, you're going to have this ready just in case your significant other gives you flowers for Valentine's. Then this is going to be perfect, and it's going to be waiting for that. You could just give like a little hint, tell your partner or your boo-boo, hey, look what I made for my fresh flowers for Valentine's. And then maybe they'll get the hint. Oh, okay, well, my love here is waiting for flowers. But anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and speed up the little process right here. So right here, we're just going to go ahead and put in the first coat of this little bad boy. And of course, I'm not going to torture you guys in making you watch me paint every single one of these little plaques. So we're going to go ahead and just paint this last one, and then we're going to go ahead and speed it up to the next step, because this is a project that is going to take you anywhere from 1 to 2 days. So give yourself enough time. If you're going to do this for like a party or something, and your party's like in a week, and you'll have plenty of time to do this. But if your party's like in a few days, like seriously, you're probably going to have to pull an all-nighter to make these if you want to make these as centerpieces. But for the most part, it does take at least a day for it to dry completely, and then almost like 24 hours for the glue to cure and set. So this is what the little bad boys look like once they are all painted completely white and beautiful. And so now from this part, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and start gluing these little bad boys together. And in order to glue these together, what we're going to be using is a little bit of the hot glue and a little bit of E6000. You guys have seen me use that glue a million times. And so just so you guys kind of see what it's going to be looking like, you want all the letters to be exactly the same, going in the same row, in the same direction. So we're just going to go ahead and glue this little bad boy like this. We're going to glue the other one going down like this, and then another one on the very top. And we're just making basically a box. Now, these little plaques are not perfectly cut, and there are a little bit of gaps in between, but with the E6000 and the hot glue, it basically holds everything together. So you guys will see. Right here, I'm going to go ahead and lay some painter's tape facing upward, and I'm going to do 2 strips, and then I'm going to go ahead and lay my love plaques on the very top, because what I'm going to do is that once I glue these little bad boys together, this tape is going to basically hold everything together until it dries. So go ahead and place one of your love plaques on the very center of your tape, and then what we're going to do is we are going to use some E6000 where you see it's going to be making contact. And even if you see that it's not making too much contact, you can fill that in with a little bit of the hot glue. And so I'm doing a little bit of both. I'm doing hot glue and E6000. So go ahead and just glue that little bad boy onto the first little plaque, and wipe down all the excess that's sticking out from the front. Now, if it's kind of oozing out from the inside, don't really worry too much about that, because nobody's ever going to see that, or nobody's ever going to notice it. It's the front that you want to worry about. So go ahead and get your second plaque, and we're going to go ahead and add some E6000. And like I said, a little bit of the hot glue. And that will be enough strength to hold these little bad boys in place where they belong. Now right here, I'm just making sure that I'm putting the E6000 and the hot glue wherever it is that it's making contact. And like I said, if it is lifted a little bit in some areas, I just went ahead and put extra hot glue, because I know that it'll harden and it'll basically fill in that little gap. But these are not going to lay on each other extremely perfect. So if you guys purchase this to make this project, please be aware that they're not going to lay on each other perfectly. There is going to be a little gaps here and there, because I mean, I'm assuming that because these are not all cut exactly to the T. However, you still could attach them and it works perfectly fine. So that's all we're doing here. This project is super easy. I mean, this is like a cute little gift to give to somebody, maybe your boss at work, or maybe like a neighbor, or if it's somebody's birthday around this month, because you know there's a lot of Valentine babies out there. This would be a really cute little birthday gift to give somebody some real flowers, not artificial, real flowers, guys. Maybe you could even make a bouquet of the chocolate candies, and that would actually be really good. So this is the part where I'm going to go ahead and use the tape to hold everything together, and I'm going to let this cure for 24 hours. So once it's been already cured for 24 hours, what we're going to do next is we're going to go ahead and remove the little painter's tape that was holding this little bad boy together. And then we're going to go ahead and mask around the circle, around the O, because we're going to go ahead and Mod Podge that circle, the O, and we're going to go ahead and glitter that with silver glitter. Because like I said, I'm going to keep everything white and silver for my formal living room. So that's all I'm doing here. I don't want any of the Mod Podge or the glitter to get onto the V or into the L. So all I'm doing is I'm masking that little area. And you don't really have to get too crazy about it, because I mean, this little part of this project is really easy. You could have done this before you glued everything together. However, I wanted to do it afterwards, because I figured that when I was gluing it all together, some of that glitter, that I was putting in the bottom part would probably smudge off or something, because I mean, this is Mod Podge. This isn't, going to be a permanent set. There is going to be some glitter falling out of place. So yeah, so this is my little glitter catcher by Recollections, and you guys have seen me use this in a lot of tutorials. I use this little bad boy to pick up the glitter that falls, and then it's really easy because it's kind of like a funnel to place all the glitter back into the container. This is a must-have in the crafting room if you guys do use a lot of glitter or embossing powder. So like I said, all I'm doing right here, guys, is just putting a light coat of Mod Podge, and then I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle some glitter on top of the Mod Podge before it dries really quick. And then I'm going to tap off the excess onto my little tray. And that's basically all we're doing, like seriously. Now, you can go ahead and go over this a second time with Mod Podge and then glitter if you guys want it to be really saturated in glitter. However, I wasn't getting too crazy on this for this tutorial. So I'm just going to go ahead and put one coat of the glitter. And even though there's probably some parts where it's not really catching that good, it's okay because it's not really going to be like a focal point on my coffee table. It's just a little extra accent to go with all kinds of other stuff that I have on there. But like I said, you guys could get creative. You could do like any kind of glitter. You could put flowers in that little, you know, circle. I would have put like a bunch of little flowers, but I wanted the glitter because I likes the bling. And so right here now, this little bad boy is all done. This Mod Podge is actually dried, so I went ahead and took off the painter's tape to reveal that cute little circle that's all glittered. And that's basically all we're doing right here. We're just going to go ahead and take off the painter's tape, and this little guy is completely done, honestly, to tell you the truth. I mean, you guys could get really elaborate and do other stuff to this little bad boy, but for the most case, I'm kind of done. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to slip in that little vase in the center. And then I'm going to take off all the tags off of these little artificial flowers. But before I do that, I'm going to fill this in with a little bit broken glass. This is also going to help to weigh it down. And then it's also going to help the artificial flowers kind of peep up a little bit over this little love plaque. Nobody's really going to see that, but it does kind of, you could kind of actually see it peeping out a little bit through the letters actually. Hey, welcome back, my little crafty monsters. So that's how easy it was to make this little bad boy right here. Right? Wasn't that easy, guys? So you could just like go get some supplies from the Dollar Tree, because this was all from the Dollar Tree, and you could, well, except for the broken glass we bought it at Michael's, but everything else was from the Dollar Tree, and you could go ahead and go grab this little bad boy together and then make it and have it like a little centerpiece on your little coffee table or something. So that's how easy it was. Or maybe you could even give it as a gift. That would be a cute little gift for somebody, right? Or just have it ready for somebody to give you flowers, remember? A little hint to your boo-boo. Look what I made for the flowers I'm going to get for Valentine's. You never know, it might work. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed that video as much as I enjoyed making it for you guys. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button, as well as that notification and that little bell icon so you guys will get notified every time I upload a video, because you guys don't want to be missing out on this fabulousness. And don't forget to tell a friend and share. So until next time, my little crafty monsters, goodbye.